Hi, everyone. My name is Clarence, and welcome to the Rapid Return Show powered by MeetOtis.com. Today, I have Roland from Arrow AI with me on the show. Hello, Roland.
Hi, Clarence. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Roland is going to share with us his expert insights on how he has achieved growth and scale for his startup, Arrow AI. My challenge for today is to provide a rapid returns tip to help him continue to grow and scale. So let's dive right into it. Roland, please tell me your original vision for Arrow AI and how that all came about.
Yeah, absolutely. So my background is marketing technology, mostly with big companies. I worked with Microsoft and Disney and Discovery Channel, Ryan Seacrest and Ford. And a big part of that work was efficiency, right? So, helping these companies gain efficiency, it's not exactly chicken soup for the soul. So after I built my last company and exited in 2018, we focused on the small business community. And what the problem we're solving is really simple, which is that to win in business, you have to be a social media rock star, which means you're like posting and boosting content on your phone. Well, you can't see it maybe with the green screen, but you're posting and boosting content every single day. So uh, we built a technology and a platform to really help small business and solopreneurs manage this content production and pushing content out every day.
That's terrific. And yes, it is so important. I'm curious, uh, the process you went through to identify who your ideal customer is,
Mhm.
and how to reach them, and what makes your learnings or your strategy about how to reach that customer profile unique.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. So the first thing is we had to unlearn a lot of our current thinking because we've been building enterprise solutions. And if you think about a solopreneur or a small business owner, they are using their mobile phone a lot more. They're working in an office or at home or in their car. And so we had to really go out in the community and meet people. We started off right here in our neighborhood. I'm in Oakland, California. We started off in the neighborhood down the street called Elmwood, and we walked door to door and talked to small business owners, local retail, and asked them questions about how they do their marketing, when they do their marketing, where they do their marketing, and what are the tools they need. And that was, we probably did close to 750 interviews before we started the company.
So this is a two-part question, and that's terrific because I think that's so important to build customer-focused solutions and gather that input. So I'm curious how the learnings that you got from going out in the community and talking to those business owners that were your prospective clients, how that one not only influenced the direction of the product itself, but also your messaging and your advertising to reach more of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing we learned is that people don't need another SaaS platform in their life. And that might come as a surprise, but think about it. You log into your email, you log into your bank, and you log into your insurance and everything else. And so we heard that over and over that you can't just throw technology people and be like, yeah, here's another login, another platform, like get after it. People are like, yeah, whatever. And they never do it. So that was a really epic insight for us, is to say, like, you have an amazing piece of technology, but for people to use it, you have to raise it to a level of automation that they just can use it very quickly, and people, are can bring it into their workflow very easily. So that was the big learning for us. And when we rolled out our MVP, we made it a done for you solution. So it's technology, but it really feels like a service. It's just done for you. You have a meeting, you set it up, and you're off to the races. So that was a really critical insight for us in how we bring this technology to market. And then the second one was, we knew we had to find some unique ways to reach our user base because they are solopreneurs, because they're out in their store, they're at home, or they're in their car. They're resistant to kind of traditional advertising. So we had to be creative in our approach.
And without sharing your secrets with your competitors, what can you tell us anything about what that approach is for your own paid advertising? And does automation play a role in that?
Yeah, automation does play a role in it. So one of the things that we bring to the table gives an advantage is that we can build things, technology. We're coders and developers, so we can build a script and we can automate things in unique ways. But sure, I'm happy to share the first real breakthrough we had was actually Craigslist.
Hmm.
So I don't know if anyone remembers, but Craigslist is still around, and it's got
Started in San Francisco, I believe.
started
Maybe I,
by a guy named Craig right here in San Francisco, and still a huge player. And they have 60 million unique users. So that's where we started, and we wrote a script to post on in different parts of the country in different cities in an automated way on Craigslist, and we call it our Craigslist hack, and it was incredibly effective. So that's how we got our first 300 users. Then on top of that, we started email marketing, and we have a very dynamic and data-driven email marketing approach. And now we're focused on referral and affiliate. And I really think that's going to be our next level of growth. And if you notice, in that whole thing, I never once said Facebook or Google Ads.
you did not. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, a couple of reasons. We wanted to build a relationship with our users that was stronger than advertising. I think there'll come a phase in the company where we will rely on paid ads, but for the first few thousand users, we really wanted to build a community of people who rely on our product to be a part of their success. So that's why we did a lot of onboarding. We met with a lot of our early users as well. And we wanted them to discover us in a different way than just, oh, I saw an ad.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I do have a rapid returns tip for you.
Great.
Um, before I ask that, before I offer that though, you said that you build a personal relationship with your users. Is your sales process involve any kind of onboarding or account management, or is it a self-service platform? Because my tip's
Onboarding.
going to vary based on that.
Yeah, sure. So onboarding and account management, and again, that's we are going to roll out, and I say we're rolling out right now actually a self-service component, but we didn't start there because our user base are incredibly capable business people. They've been running their own businesses often since they were teenagers or high school or college, right? So they're incredibly great at running businesses, but the last thing they need is another platform. So it's a done for you service. We onboard users and then we manage the whole process for them. Yeah.
So when somebody clicks Meet Arrow, are they becoming a lead or booking on a calendar and then speaking with a sales associate?
Correct.
And I'm assuming that goes into a CRM.
Yes, it does.
Beautiful. Okay, so now I know how to customize my tip for your sales process. So, and I understand you mentioned that you don't like Google or Facebook advertising. And obviously, if you're achieving your goals without it, then that's terrific. I would recommend trying at least retargeting your prospective customers, your audience, people who have filled out the lead form but maybe haven't converted yet or somewhere in the funnel. People who saw something on Craigslist or through, however it is that they came about finding you and they went to the website. As you mentioned, our audience is very, because we have a similar audience, right? They're very busy. They might become interested in something and even be getting ready to click and fill out that form, and then their phone rings or a customer walks in the door or they have to go put out a fire, and then life happens and they forget, right? So retargeting and building that familiarity with your brand, and it doesn't have to necessarily be advertising. User generated content is huge, and one thing that's very powerful that you can use as a sponsored post to retarget anybody who's engaged with your business would be customer testimonials, right? People just like them who have successfully implemented Arrow into their business. that will just support their customer journey and make you a priority as you're trying to win against all the other things that are pulling them in all kinds of directions, not only to take the next move and sign up, but to invest the time and do the work to extract results, right? Um, so I would consider those two things. One would be just retargeting people who are already in your funnel somehow. And two, specifically implementing user generated content, being customer testimonial videos, for example, in that retargeting strategy.
Clarence, I love it. It's a great suggestion. Makes a ton of sense. I really like the point around UGC and testimonials as well. And I agree with that. I mean, that kind of social proof is really everything nowadays. I mean, we sometimes talk about the social status of your business. It's kind of a similar idea. So that's great. And we've got a lot of really wonderful testimonials, both written and we're starting to get some video testimonials now. So it's an excellent suggestion.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope that you do experiment with that approach, and I'd love to hear how that works out for you. And for those of you out there listening, if you found this rapid return tip helpful, please leave us a comment below. If you implement it, let us know how that works. And also, if you go to meetotis.com/rapid returns, you can try Otis and we'll match your first month's ad spend up to $250. So let's go put that tip to work. Thank you again, Roland. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Clarence. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.